Hey, welcome back to another market update. Happy Friday to you all. This is Duke 151 Collectibles coming at you today with a little bit of a price change in the Scarlet and Violet era, as well as some Pokemon trading card news that we should go over. To start, I want to talk about the Ultra Premium Collection with Scarlet and Violet 151. 16 packs, continuous incline over here. I think over the last couple of days, we're seeing it right around the $400 mark. Yeah, $399, $385, $399, $379. So continuing to decline, but is leveling off just a little bit over the last 2 weeks. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. Personally, I believe that this is going to continue to climb and grow closer to that $500 box come October, November this year. Moving on, I want to go ahead and talk about the Paradox Rift booster box. Also growing. We did see the initial dip back when the market started to correct itself. I believe it got down to about $200 or $202. And now it continues to climb back up to the $210, $213 range. Not sure if it's going to plateau off here. It does look like it's stagnating just a little bit. But keep an eye out for this. And if you happen to see it at one of your local vending shows or local game stores for that closer to $200 mark, it might be worth picking up. From there, I wanted to pivot a little bit and talk about Scarlet and Violet as a whole, especially Scarlet and Violet 151. I heard a little birdie telling me, talking about how the market correction has started to slow down a little bit, and we're starting to see some of the single cards starting to plateau and then potentially get ready for taking off again. At this point, Scarlet and Violet 151 is not out of the reprint window, but highly unlikely to be reprinted, even though we have seen some collection boxes, Bloom the Waters, come out not too long ago that did, re-up a little bit of some sealed product availability. So I really wanted to start with one of the big chase cards, and that's going to be the Charizard EX. Looks like it's continuing to increase a little bit over here in the last 3 months. I do know it dropped off quite a bit, but we're still seeing some sales over here not too long ago. Let's make sure that this is filtered correctly. Get you a more accurate assessment here. So we're seeing around here lightly played in the 270 260 range, but near mint 188, 190, 189. Looks like maybe a gradable version potentially at 225. I can't confirm that, but more than likely that seems to be the case lately. But so we're starting to see that even though it does look like it's up, going up just a little bit, but it is starting to at least level out in the least. Moving on to one of my more favorite cards, which is going to be the Zapdos EX box, or excuse me, the EX single. Now, for a while, it kept going down, 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 down. But I think over the last couple of weeks, we're starting to see it jump back up. So we hit that plateau, and now we're starting to see it kind of recorrect back up a little again here. Some of the last few days, 49, 48, 54, 48, 48, 45, 61, 99. So a little bit all over the place, but overall, I do think we're starting to see a little bit of an incline moving back towards some of the numbers we've seen in the last 3 or 4 months. Moving into the set itself a little bit further, and look at the Parlor World. This just seems to be a good standard to look at based on the artwork, semi popularity, but nothing too wild. Still looks like it's going to keep decreasing. I remember at one point this was like a $22, $23 card. But now we're right around that $16, $17 range, $16 range. So has leveled off a little bit, which is a really good sign that the single card market is healthy and is starting to balance out after its correction. And then finally, one more to look at here is just going to be the Nidoking. Do think that we could see this, take a correction and continuously to fall. It just really has lost a lot of popularity. But everywhere between $8 and $9 is probably about right now. Moving on to some other cards that I want to take a look at a couple of cards that seem to continuously fall, which we're going to start off with the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. Obsidian Flames has not too many chase cards to go after for the collector standpoint, but as you can see, it keeps dropping. Still going down. I think we're nearly at a 10% or 8% drop over the last 10 days or so. Yeah, 8%. So let's see here if I can't filter this out for us a little bit. 60, 61, 60, 58, 75. But for the most part here, we're seeing 70. So there might be a few opportunities there to get it for that $58, $59 mark. But if you see something closer to 70 or 75, I'd find something in the middle. But it has dropped. It looks like it's leveled out just a little bit, and there are a ton of sales still going on over the last few days. But hopefully this does um, start to increase here, but it did drop with that plateau, so be careful of that. One more we're going to take a look at is the Gardevoir EX from Scarlet Violet base. I do believe the base set cards from the Scarlet Violet era are going to start seeing some price increasing just because, at this point it might be past the reprint window. It is the original set from Scarlet and Violet, and now that the era is ending, there's a good indication that we're going to see these drops, slowly, fade out and then start popping back up again. So has dropped a little bit. I know the graph is a little bit difficult to tell, but hopefully this gives you a better interpretation. Closer to that $40 mark. I don't know why you buy a heavily played version, but anywhere between 35, 36, $41. So yeah, I would say that this card is about to start jumping back up, but that's just my 2 cents on that. Now, moving on, I want to talk to you a little bit about the new set we're about to see here come July 18th, and that is the Black Bolt White Flare from the Unova throwback. So, as y'all know, this is going to be based on Generation 4 Pokemon coming out here in July 18th, all the way through the July 22nd. But two notes that I want to kind of go over first off is that we're going to see the Pokeball and Master Balls again for the rare types, as well as going to see the cross, almost a zigzag border or zigzag hollow that we saw black in the original Black Bolt White Flare. And you'll see this throughout. I wanted to kind of cover in a few other places. You're going to see it and some more of the rare cards here as well on the outline border. So that's very exciting to see. And then I did want to cover a couple of cards. One thing that seems that this set is going to be heavy in is um, moving energy or pulling in additional energy. So Embor here, for example, as often as you like during your turn, during a stage 2, you'll be able to pull, you'll be able to attach fire energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. It doesn't say which Pokemon, but that's really cool to see, is bringing as much fire energy as you might want. For Embor here, it's not sure that's going to do a whole lot here. It's start 120, 180 is kind of low for a stage 2. So probably not something that I really want to look at for this card. But I will say back in 2011, this card did see some significant play. In fact, won the 2011 championship. So keep an eye out for Embor and the ability to move fire energy. Use the Inferno Fandango. Another one here for those electric electric fans. If I can pull it up, will be Electrite here. Once during your turn, you can attach electric energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So again, we're accelerating energy, and that does seem like a common theme here. And then finally, Kling Klang here. Let's take a look if I can pull it up. Apologize for that. Let's see, it's good here. Here you go. So each of your Pokemon with any no, that's not what we're looking for here. Okay, that's right. Apologize there. So each of your Pokemon with Metal Energy Attach will take 20 less damage from your opponent. So this is a little bit different. We're not accelerating energy, but we are adding a little bit of defense and making these metal decks a little bit more stable. I don't know how playable it's going to be. I guess with Ultralodon, that might make sense. But right now, I think the big deal is being able to accelerate fire and electric energy. Now, for some of the big news, if y'all didn't hear already, the Mega Evolutions set that will be coming out later this year in September 26th here in the United States. Um, did a full release. So we've seen the battle decks here in this artwork. It looks like we have two different artworks here. You're going to have the Mega Gardevoir, you're going to have the Mega Lucario. Just remember that you should see these for pre-release about 2 weeks before the set comes out. And usually for MSRP at your local game stores, which would be about $21.99. This is a fantastic opportunity to get some packs, to get a deck, get playing, and build some relationships within your community if you're just not getting into the hobby. Um, but they also released everything else here. It looks like we have our booster bundles. Thankfully, it's going to be the more boxy square shape, which I'm so thankful for, because these stand up a little bit better on your shelves versus the other more square narrow boxes. You have your blister packs. And then the sleeve artwork is on here. The pack artwork has come out. So Genghis Khan, we're gonna have Mega Lucario, as you know, Mega Venusaur, which is exciting, and Mega Gardevoir. I do want to talk to you a little bit about the booster box. So the booster box is going to be enhanced, which is really interesting, because we thought we'd join together and how that was limited and it didn't do so well. But we're actually going to get a promo card on this. It will be enhanced, and you're going to be getting the Bulbasaur with the Mega Evolution stamp. Remember, this is a Mega Evolution era, so this will be technically base set for the Mega Evolution. Very exciting. I actually love this artwork. It's nostalgic as a 151 fan, but also just very vibrant. And they also released the like Elite Trainer boxes. So this actually will have two Elite Trainer boxes, not uncommon for main series sets, which I think both of these are just absolute bangers. Yeah, the Mega Gardevoir in the gold and black, which really kind of emphasizes some nostalgia, but also, they're bringing it back, so it kind of makes it sound like it's almost futuristic. The Mega Lucario is absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. I'm curious to see what the Pokemon Center ones look like, but these are absolutely fantastic, and I think will look really, really good on the shelf. So as you know, 9 packs are going to have the dice, the stamps, and then you're going to have the promo code, which the promo code is also stunning. Let's see if I can get a better image of it here, which is the Riolu. So some of y'all may say, well, this is like what, the third card now that Riolu's gotten an illustration rare, or an illustration of. Yeah, I don't really care. I think this is fantastic. What's he up here doing? He looks like he's working out, doing some push-ups, practicing some of his martial arts, and just an absolute stunner boxing, or maybe he's boxing up here, but absolutely stunning. Really emphasizes the city theme that we're starting to see with Legend ZA coming out later this year during the holiday season. And you'll see some artwork within within Black Bolt, within Mega Evolutions, emphasizing that city theme. And again, this just looks absolutely stunning. So it looks like we're going to have over 180 cards in the deck. 10 of them will be Mega Evolution. I don't think we have them all out yet. There are some that have already popped out, and we'll talk about that in a future video. But once all 10 are fully released and we have their artwork, we'll go over that. One more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about in regards to Mega Evolution is the fact that we have some new cards that might be playable. So one big thing emphasizing here with the Alakazam line is going to be draw cards. So stage 2, Kadabra, when you play this Pokemon in your hand, to evolve any one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. Stage 2, when you play this Pokemon in your hand, to evolve a Pokemon during your turn, draw 3 cards. So really emphasizing, getting through your deck, getting the cards in the hand that you need to play. So watch out for the Alakazam line. That could be something of note coming soon. And this is actually fantastic art. It's a little cartoony, but I do actually think it's fun. And it's good to see that they're trying new things. And then finally, one last thing to talk about here, unrelating to the new sets coming out, but you asked and now you shall receive, and that's going to be the Prismatic Evolutions Figure Premium Collection. Back when they released I think 10 different collection boxes here, they released some news about that about a week ago. Check out my previous video about that. but they released a bunch of different lineups, but none of them had prismatic evolutions in it, which I thought was very normal. It's very rare they're going to see specialty sets have packs put into their collection boxes, but I thought that was funny because they're obviously thinking 3 steps ahead of us, and boom, here we go. So I believe it's 11 packs, but we'll go through it. So, but it's all prismatic. We're getting the illustration arts that we've seen over in I think Korea right now. You'll get your figure collection, your pins. But if I'm not mistaken, as is 4, 8, yeah, 10, 11 packs. Don't have the price on this quite yet, but that's very exciting for those who are Prismatic Evolutions fans. Um, I will give you my 2 cents on this. I'm a little disappointed. Now, while this is an exciting product and I think it's going to do really, really well in the market, it would have been nice to see them implement some premium or some Prismatic Evolutions packs with some of the other collection boxes. I think that would have probably negated some of the stopping we're probably going to see with this box, because I can already tell you right now, it's going to be very difficult to get your hands on this box. The really good news is that these types of boxes are typically a pain to ship, usually costing between $11 to $15 to ship it out because of its size, which will make it a little bit harder for scalpers. But I digress on that. I will just say that if you do see this, watch out for the pricing. Try to get it at MSRP or less, and don't FOMO, because as you can tell, Prismatic is several months old now, and continue seeing new products come out for them. For 151, it was the same thing. So if you're patient, there's a good chance you're going to get to see what you're looking for in the later months. So that's a wrap for today's Pokemon TCG news. Again, my name is Digo151 Collectibles. Thank you as always. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, give us a follow, and it really helps us continue to grow the channel. Have a good day.